everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today I have part 2 of my inherited fabric haul. So if you guys had seen, I did a wool haul. Well, I'm not sure when you're going to be watching this. I'm filming a whole bunch of videos all at once, just so I can take a break over the holiday season and so there's no lapse in videos so that they're still going up on their normal schedule. Hello, would you like to join us? Come here. Princess has woken up from her nap and decided to come join us while we, while we do some filming. So I will set her over here. Gidget says hi. Say hi. Oh yes, can you say okay? Okay. All right. Enough, Miss Tongue. Okay, lay down. Okay, so I kind of explained that my sewing mentor, who was a professional dressmaker for over, well, she's been sewing her entire life, so a long time. I won't give away her age, but she was a professional dressmaker for close to 50 years. And not only that, but she also owned her own fabric shop because she did custom bridal and mother of the bride and also workwear and a lot of custom clothing and stuff, and had a whole bunch of stuff. And then when she downsized to just do stuff out of her home, she had basically a whole stock room. And I kind of explained all that in the wool video. I'll leave a link up to the wool video up there. But I talked all about the wools that I had gotten. She can no longer sew, and so she was giving us all her fabric stash, basically us being the professional sewing group that I'm in, because we're all just really good friends. And clearly she's my mentor, so she's I call her my Indiana mom because we live far, far away from family. So yeah, she's a big part of my life. So anyway, I had shared with you the wools that she gave me, and today I have a gigantic box full of the silks and special occasion fabrics that I want to share with you. And then I'll have a third video that's all of the linens, cottons, and rayons. It's a lot, folks. It's a lot. I need to add on to my house for extra storage, I think, for all this fabric. But let's dig in before this video takes forever. Okay, number 1. This was the only trim that I took. I don't sew a lot with trims. I'm not really sure why. I just don't. But something about this caught my eye. Can you guys see? It's beaded trim, and literally it is, let's see on here, it's $23 a yard. I don't know if this is from her shop. I'm trying to find where the end of this is so I can kind of pull some out for you. I'm not sure if this was from her shop or where this came from, but clearly I have a decent amount of it here. It looks like originally there was 10 yards on here. I don't think there's, well, there might be that much. I can't find an end. But basically, it's like on an organza backing, and it's these like blues and greens with kind of some browns in there and some, but it's all this heavily beaded trim, which would be gorgeous on a tunic, I think. Or like on a, oh, here we go. Or on a sheath dress. But look at that gorgeous, I don't know if that's gonna focus, look at this gorgeous beading. It's just beautiful. And again, it's on an organza background. I think that would all have to be hand attached. But isn't that gorgeous? Can you guys see that? And that, again, that's the only trim or ribbons that I took. A couple of the gals do a lot with this kind of stuff. And Sarah, again, who owns the business that Joyce sold when she retired, took quite a bit because she does a lot with custom bridal and stuff like that. But I did snatch this one mostly because it's my colors, and there's like a ton of fabrics that I've taken that would coordinate with this. But that was number 1. I'm doing specialty first, and this one I'm going to get out of the way because this one is shedding like crazy. I'm getting, and there it goes. It's snowing silver all over the place. But this is a knit, and it is surrounded. Oh my gosh, I'm snowing silver glitter all over myself. It is a knit, and it's a glittery knit. And I grabbed it because I thought, what a fantastic fabric for, I'm never gonna get all these sequins off, or the glitter off, but what a great thing for like a formal dress for my daughter for one day, or even for myself, like a nice knit dress made up in this material would be absolutely stunning. And there's quite a bit of it here. Again though, it's snowing glitter. So I'm gonna set this one down now, but isn't that gorgeous? And there's a whole bunch of it. Probably because it snows glitter. And one wants that all over themselves. I also took this gorgeous fabric. Oh, I just feel like you guys aren't seeing like really how gorgeous this is, but this has a whole bunch of sewn on sequins. That'll focus, yes, and it is a pale lilac background and it is silk. It is a silk, probably a dupioni or shantung maybe, and like a lilac color with these gorgeous sewn on sequins onto it. And again, I grabbed this because I thought it would be just gorgeous for something for my daughter one day. I mean, it's still got the paper in it. Can you see like the paper in between the layers to keep it nice and protected? I mean, there's so many of these treasures. But yes, I mean, this is just, who knows how much that was a yard. A lot, I bet. Okay, we're gonna stay away from the glitter mess. I'm gonna be shiny for the rest of the day. All right, next up is this velveteen in this gorgeous, it's just a cotton velveteen, and this gorgeous pinky rose color. Isn't that pretty? And I don't have a terrible amount of this, but maybe enough for a little jacket, or maybe even enough for a pair of pants. Again, I'm taking my body style class right now with Christy Russell, and she's a YouTuber if you guys aren't familiar. I've talked about her quite a bit, but I'm taking her body style class right now. It's just an online thing. I bought it over Black Friday. It was on sale, and I'm learning about, you know, how to dress my upper body versus my lower body, and different fabrications and stuff that are great for that. So I think this might be a fantastic pair of pants, possibly, or a skirt, or even a dress. I mean, I have a fair amount, but it's just this gorgeous, and again, it's a velveteen, a cotton velveteen. Just very pretty. So we've got that one. She also did have a chocolate brown that I thought, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. And then when I unfolded it, it was literally just scraps. Like, there wasn't enough to do anything with it. So I'm like, okay, come on. Come on, Joyce. Saving all the little bitty scraps. All right, then I have this silver. This is silk. This is 100% silk. I can feel it 100% when I touch it. I don't even know what you would call this. Maybe a file. Yeah, I think that's what I would call it. A silk file. So it's got this texture to it, like this ribbed, see if it'll focus, like a ribbed texture, if you guys can see that. And it's in this gorgeous silver color. I would call it medium weight, maybe. It's not, it's more, has more body than like your typical silks, I would say. But I grabbed this, again, for possible formal dresses for my daughter at some point, or, I mean, because I don't really have a need for formal wear, but ever since my daughter let me make the, the dress for her father-daughter dance, I'm on board. Yeah, yay to all the formal dresses. Now this one is gonna be for me. This is a brocade, and this is probably, I think I have a yard here, which is perfect for what I'm gonna make. It looks like it was on sale for $53 a yard. So again, nice stuff. But look at this brocade. Look at those colors. And it's got the gold in there. Guys, this is gonna be a pencil skirt, 100%. And not just, I mean, I'm not gonna do it just as a pencil skirt to wear on special occasions. This isn't very wide either. I mean, I think I can just get like a pencil skirt out of this. But I'm gonna wear this like with t-shirts and stuff, right? Isn't that beautiful? It has all the colors in it. I mean, you would have no trouble at all finding a shirt to wear with that. Look at all those gorgeous colors. And again, I think I have a yard. Probably this was a remnant because it has the sale sticker on it, but it is clearly good stuff because even on sale it was $53 a yard. So yeah, that's going to be an out of this world pencil skirt, and I'm going to be doing a video here soon on kind of just like a little bit of a year in review and then my plans for 2020, and one of them is kind of sewing through the new Sarah Gunn and Julie Starr book, and skirts is one of, I mean, yes, I want to take my time and make a really nice pencil skirt out of this. That'll be fun too. All right, I also got this gorgeous, and there's a ton of this. This is just a raw, like a silk noil, and there's a ton of it. And this gorgeous robin's egg blue, Perfect for the springtime. And also, I can't show you because I've made it into something I'm doing a pattern testing, but I also had this in kind of a pinky, kind of a coral almost color as well. Very Easter egg colors. And I didn't have as much of the pink as I did of this. And actually there were a couple of bug holes I had to cut around. And this hasn't been washed. I washed up the pink and it washed up much softer than what this is right here. But I made a pattern test out of it and I can't show you that yet, but as soon as I do, I will point it out. And it felt good to start using some of this fabric from the stash, but it sews like a dream. And again, it's the raw silk noil and, you know, a little bit heavier weight, medium to heavier weight. This would be a great dress, jacket, coat, but I just love that color. Again, I'm very lucky that Joyce and I are also had similar color palettes. I'm more of a, although I say that now that my hair's not blonde anymore, I've always thought I was more of I was a summer because I had the blonde hair. Joyce is definitely a winter, I would say. But I don't know if I've changed it, if I'm more wintry now that my hair is dark. I don't know. I need to have my colors done again. All right, moving on to specialty fabric. Now, this is a guipure lace. And I actually I grabbed a little bit of this. I had bought some of this off Sarah because Sarah had the rest of the bolt of this. Joyce clearly had cut herself off some to use. Look at that gorgeous, like, scalloped edge. But I bought some off Sarah because I took Susan Calgi's Couture, what was it called? Or maybe it was just called the Guipure Lace Skirt. She has a Craftsy class or a blueprint class on it now, but I took it with her in person. And I used this as my lace that I used for that skirt. The skirt is still not finished. That happens a lot when I do in-person classes. It just kind of gets pushed aside. But I have an army green, kind of a military green silk that is that backs it. So I grabbed this because I think it would be fun to do a top of some sort that kind of coordinates with that, or something else to coordinate, and then actually I can maybe get my act together and finish that skirt. Because I don't have much to do to finish it. It's all in a box up there. So anyway. That is why I grabbed that, but also it's just gorgeous peachy guipure lace. And then I also grabbed this guipure lace because it is white, but you can dye this stuff if you wanted to. And it's just this fun floral motif. Hold on, let me open that up a little bit for you. If I could find, yeah. It's this fun floral motif. And this is just really good guipure lace. And again, it can be dyed. I could make myself another one of those Susan Calgi skirts if I wanted. There's a whole bunch of it here. Holy moly. Like a lot. So if you guys can think of anything else to use guipure lace on, I have a lot of it. It'd be a nice dress. I could use all the, you know, guipure lace techniques from Susan's, because I also bought the blueprint class just so I could have refreshers when I came home to finish my skirt, which I still haven't done. But yeah, I mean, this would be gorgeous as a dress or whatever. And again, you could dye it to be whatever color you wanted. So there is that. Now we are getting into just the silk. So a lot of these are offcuts, although what does this one say here? She bought it in 2012. This is probably a 3-ply crepe. I would say a 3-ply crepe silk in this beautiful blue color. And I mean, I've got a fair amount of it. Some of it has been cut into. Okay, maybe I don't have as much as I thought. But if you are familiar with silk, 4-ply and 3-ply crepes are very expensive. They're a little bit weightier than, say, a regular, like a crepe de chine is much lighter than the 3- and 4-ply crepes. But this will make an excellent, definitely a little camisole. I think I probably have a yard of this, but it's only 44 inches wide, and then there's a little bit of scrap there at the bottom. So, I mean, yeah, that would make, or a lining. Well, no, I wouldn't use this on a lining. I would use it for like a little top, I think. I might be able to get a little top, like something with, it's not even necessarily sleeveless, maybe with like a little shorter sleeve on it, maybe. But that color, I mean, and it's I think this is a 3-ply. Because again, I just made something out of my 4-ply crepe, and my 4-ply crepe feels thicker. All right, next up is silk twill. And this is also a little thicker. I actually had bought some of this off Joyce when she was selling her stash over to Sarah. So it's nice to have a little bit more. And I bought it actually with the thought of dyeing it to whatever colors I wanted. But yeah, this is just a gorgeous silk twill, and it's in this ivory color, which actually in the ivory color, I mean, that's a good neutral for me. But what does this say here? Ooh, Ann Taylor, 45-inch silk, Ann Taylor, silk satin twill. So I don't know how much of it. At some point there was 10 yards. I don't think she bought that much. Maybe 7.5 though. There may be a lot here. I don't think there's 7.5 there, but there's a decent amount of silk twill. And again, this could be easily dyed as well. Could be having a dyeing party. All right, what else we got? Some of these are smaller cuts, and I kind of took them more for shirts and stuff like this. This is a silk crepe. This is a crepe de chine, but a little bit heavier weight crepe de chine, just in its ivory color. And I have a decent amount of this, I would say, maybe a couple yards. But I just thought for a top, I mean, it's just a gorgeous, sorry, it's making me look dark because of the washing out the white balance. Again, just a gorgeous ivory white crepe. I mean, that'd be fantastic for blouses, all that kind of stuff. And then I also grabbed some crepe de chine in this pink color, which is really a fantastic neutral for me. And there's not a ton of this here, and I thought immediately this would make a great nude cami for me because my skin is blush pink, as you can see. So again, this is literally my skin tone, but it would be great as a little camisole to wear underneath other things because it is my skin tone. Then I grabbed this beautiful silk satin or silk charmeuse that has these little butterflies on it. I kind of grabbed this for lining purposes. There's probably a yard there, I would guess. It was a remnant. I just love when there are these old tags on there. It's just a lot of fun. 1 yard plus 20 inches. So a little over 1.5 yards, I guess. Or at least that's what it was when she bought it. I don't know if this has been cut into at all. Oh no, I'd say it's about that much, probably 1.5 yards. But anyway, I thought this would make a fantastic lining because it's shiny. Be great for a jacket. And it's a fantastic color as well. Okay, sorry. So all the problem with these silks is that they're very slippery. Okay. These next two, I have a sizable amount of both of these, and, well, this one, I even have 2 pieces. These are a silk satin, but there is like a jacquard, that you're not gonna be able to see, almost like, switch up in the print that's very subtle. So yeah, I would call this a silk jacquard, with these crazy prints. I mean, immediately I just thought these would make some really fun coat linings, but I have a lot of this one. I mean, there's quite a bit here. I mean, just in this little bitty scrap is probably close to 1 yard. I mean, it's kind of wide too. That's the width. So yeah, I think I probably have a pretty good size of this. It's probably not quite 1 yard, but probably close. 3/4, a little over 3/4 of 1 yard. That's just in this one little scrap here, and then I have that whole big section as well. So I mean, it would be a fun top. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I think definitely though some of this could be used for a lining, and there's even stuff written on the selvage of this about it being the pure silk and that kind of thing. So there is that one. Woo. None of these want to stay folded. And then I also have this one. Look at the colors in that. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, I have a sizable amount of this too. This is a silk charmeuse, but it's got these gorgeous, you know, it's got the teals and the purples and the pinks, and there's a little bit of other greens in there. I just think that's gorgeous. And there's so many of those wools that this would make a fantastic lining for a dress or for a jacket. I mean, who doesn't want silk charmeuse up against their skin? Yes, please. All the time. And then I have a sizable amount of this stuff too. This is a silk charmeuse in this gorgeous kind of hot pink raspberry color, We have a supplier that we've used in New York, and I guarantee all this came from them, mostly for client work and that kind of stuff, but oh, isn't that pretty? I love silk charmeuse. It's just so luxurious. So I've got that color in the silk charmeuse. And again, these all coordinate so well. This is a crepe de chine. This has been cut into rather heavily. I have no idea even what I have here. It may be, I may be piecing together scraps. I mean, I'm not even really sure what she was doing with that. Look at that. But there's like a whole bunch folded multiple times on itself. I don't know what she was doing with that, but I thought if nothing else, this would make phenomenal pocket linings and stuff. I might be able to get a cami out of some of the bigger pieces there. But yes, this gorgeous color, and that's a crepe de chine. This is kind of a, I don't know what, it's silk. I burnt this one to make sure, but this beautiful raspberry color, I mean, this could be like a pant weight. It's almost like a silk gabardine. Is that a thing? There's quite a bit of it here though, but this gorgeous raspberry color, this would make a fantastic pair of silk trousers. I love this color. I love this color. Like a raspberry color. Ooh, and then there's this one. This is kind of the plum, but look at this silk. This is, I would say, well, it's a silk matelassé is what it is. But look at the, can you see the raised pattern on there? And it's pretty lightweight. Oh, but my gosh, it's almost like a wash. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You see the raised pattern on there? Oh my gosh, this would make such a beautiful blouse. And there's probably 1.5 yards there, I would guess. Oh, but it would make just a gorgeous, gorgeous blouse. I'm gonna be wearing all the silk and all of the wool here after next year, after sewing all of this up. We'll see. We'll see how much gets sewn up. Okay. Then we've got, oh, this is another kind of bottom weight silk that I grabbed. It's an interesting color. It's kind of a pewter, I would say. But I think this would make a fantastic skirt. Maybe a pair of pants if I can, I don't know how much is there. But possibly a pair of pants, but just this gorgeous, it's a heavier weight, kind of a silk, I guess, kind of a twill. It's a twill. It's got a twill weave in there, but a little bit heavier weight. And just that lovely pewter color, just be beautiful, I think, somewhere on my bottom. I don't know that it's great up top, but it'd be fine for bottoms, I think. All right, this is 4-ply silk. And I have a sizable amount of it in this icy or blue-gray color. Isn't that beautiful? And I've got quite a bit of this. I mean, provided that if I don't open this up and it's not all cut into like some of these. Because again, she did a lot of client work. So a lot of this isn't just necessarily her personal stash. It was client work, but yeah, this is a 4-ply silk and it is beautiful. It just is amazing. So yeah, dress, top. I made that PJ top, that real bright blue PJ top with the white piping. That's a 4-ply silk that I used for that. I just love the way it drapes. It's so luxurious and wonderful and beautiful. All right, here is another charmeuse in this beautiful navy color, and I'm not sure how much of this I've got because there's definitely some scrappy pieces that are like hanging off, but again, this one's got a tag on it. Oh, this is crepe back satin, so this is heavier than charmeuse. Yeah, she just has the color number written on there. Again, she did a lot of, oh my gosh, it's just, so crepe back satin, that is thicker than a charmeuse. I mean, that's gonna, oh my gosh, that'd make a lovely dress if there's enough. And it's like my color navy. It's like not super dark navy. It's coming up much darker than what it is in real life, but it's like more blue than it is, you know, some of those navies that look almost black, which I find a little harsh on me, but that's like perfect. This was another remnant of kind of a nude crepe de chine that is more peachy, but again, I thought for undergarments or whatever for myself, because it is my skin tone, that would be perfect. I think there's just about enough for like a camisole or something along those lines. And then I have this wool weave, like a coarse wool, silk weave, like a suiting or a coating, I guess you would say, but in this beautiful blue-gray kind of color, and it's got a pretty open weave, if you can kind of see the texture there, but it'd be a gorgeous, well, it'd have been a gorgeous suit, to be honest. I don't think I've got enough to do a suit, but it would be a fantastic jacket, or a skirt or pair of pants, but it's beautiful, or a dress. And then finally, I have this other suiting. This is the last one. This is also silk. Oh my gosh, I have a sizable amount of this. And this is a navy and cream. I guess you would call it suiting. Oh, look at that. So it's kind of got these diamonds kind of on there. Oh my gosh, it's just beautiful. It feels like heaven. It's a little bit thicker. Even the selvage is really pretty. Look at the selvage. It's just like this real pretty woven selvage. And again, I have a lot of this. I could probably get a suit out of this if I were so inclined. But yes, the navy and the white. I love a good navy and vanilla combo. Okay, that is it for the silks, folks. And again, one of those big buckets that's out there has a lot of silk scraps in it. I really haven't gone through that a ton. There's like a seafoam green 4-ply silk that's in there that looked like it was maybe a pair of pants at one point, like a really wide leg pair of pants. And it's just the 2 separate legs. Like, I don't know if it was scrapped or what the deal is, but I'm really trying to figure out how I could use those scraps to create something else. So it's still in the bin out there because I'm not sure I want to take it because it is just scraps. But again, there's a sizable amount of stuff out there. And I think there's also some more of that like kashi lining, the satiny lining with the flannel back for coats that's still out there as well that I haven't grabbed. We'll see if I grab it or not. I have a lot of fabric though, folks. Okay, but that's all I have for today. Those were the silks and specialty fabrics. I am completely covered in silver glitter. And as you all know, there's no getting all of that off, so who knows what's gonna happen now. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this little mini haul. And again, the third part will be coming up here sometime in the next couple of weeks. I'm just kind of sprinkling these through all the videos that I'm doing to get me through the end of the year while I'm spending time with family. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.